let's do some clay. Kids are in bed, so it's quiet-ish. They'll probably still come down 20 million times, but it's still not as bad as when they're up. So we're gonna try and get some orders done. I have 4. I have more than 4, but I'm trying to do 4 a night. So what I do, and you can't see the addresses, I print the stickers, the labels, and I write on the back what it is. So that way, as I'm going in, I try and do the light. So I'll have a strawberry frog, do that one first, and then I'll do the green cowboy. This one I didn't write on. I think this one was a green sir. So I'll write on that so I don't forget. And then I have a black frog with a crown. So we'll do that. Doing 4 a day has helped me like keep it manageable. So I'm not, my whole day can't just be work, because I work in the morning at my full time, and then I have kids, and then I'm going to come back here. I don't want to be here for hours and like have no me time. But I love doing this, but you know, you just have to set boundaries. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and work on that and do a little talky talk while I work. A little interrupty talky talk. But yeah, this is the quietest time besides early morning. Even then, I think the dogs are pretty noisy when I wake up. But I'm gonna set this up so you guys can actually watch me clay. My board is uneven, so I have to lift this up and like put something on the corner. I think one of the little sticky knobs just came off, and I'm not getting a new one because it's perfectly fine. So I keep all my scraps up here just because I use all my scraps, so it's easier than having to dig for them, but it does become a pain whenever I need to move things around and have a working area. I don't know why that thought just wasn't there for me. But yeah, I just clean around. Some of these little pieces are really insignificant, so I don't really need them. If I leave this board out too long, some of the pieces get lint, so I toss those pieces. But let's start out. We had a pink frog. So we are going to do this pink strawberry frog, which I am thinking of using. See, Smart Me would have got all my tools out, but this is what happens when you try and do 10 million things at once. You forget half of the steps. And I have little ball tools, but I lost them or something happened to them. But I use, because I also crochet, I use crochet hooks to make little eyeballs. This is for my bigger ones that have eyelids. This is for my gentleman that needs smaller ones that have the monocles. This is broken, but it is to smooth out the edges when I put the pieces together. This is also not the best, but listen, we use what we have. So X-Acto knife, that's movie, it moves. And then this is my blender to blend pieces. When I crease them together, sometimes I use it to blend. You'll see, it's easier to watch than it is to explain. I'm horrible at explaining, I'm horrible at training, I'm horrible at doing all that stuff, but it's fine. This is the color I use for Strawberry Frog. And I offer the Strawberry Frog the same. So one figurine, different placements of the spots. And then I also have a worry stone, and I have a keychain. And a sticker. I believe I put my sticker out. Actually, I need to repost that because it was only with the holiday pack. Yeah, I think that's what I have to do. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. But I also want to make a new post-it because I have 2 post-its. But I made a cute one about a year or so ago with a strawberry. And I never did it. but it's still there in my gallery. So I think that one we're gonna go ahead and get done. So yeah, we're trying to get these orders done, trying to find the good balance between everything. So we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about everything going on. I had originally started to want to vlog doing my 75 hard, and it's hard. I restarted 3 times and then realized I can do 75 medium, because an outdoor 45-minute walk or exercise or something is just not, it's not happening. I tried it the first day and I got rained on. Cold, rain, wind, all that nice stuff. Yeah, so that was no fun, but it's just with time, and I don't want to set myself up for failure. I know there's a whole point to 75 hard, but for me, trying to do the 2 is just going to set myself up. Like, there'll be days that I could do 2 workouts, but in general, it's going to be 1. It's going to be 1 workout. I go on my lunch break because I can eat real quick at my desk while I work. But I go on my lunch break and I get my 45 minutes in. I'm just doing cardio because I'm just restarting. So it's like, I'm out of shape, and it's fine because we all start somewhere, but yeah. And then I'm also trying to be consistent with posting on my business and making new figurines and items, keychains for my Etsy shop. I kind of slacked last year, and that is also okay. I'm giving myself that time. I just has a little bit of color that mixed in from somewhere. I needed it, apparently. But I've been looking at a lot of festivals and places to vend this year. I'm going to get better with my restocking, the few retail spots I have now, my frogs. And then, like I said, new ideas for my stores, for my product in my store. So I'm moving the whole desk. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. But yeah. It's going good. It sounds like I'm going a little crazy and I'm doing too much, but I'm not. Be consistent with my YouTube posting because I really want to. Because this is the kind of content I like. I like the talk and the showing. Like, I like watching people do what I'm doing while I'm doing it. So if you have some play or craft to do, like, it's something where you don't have to stare at me necessarily doing what I'm doing. You just listen and do what you're doing, and then glance up every once in a while. Those are my favorite YouTubers right there. That will get me hooked. If you show me a YouTube where I have to like read or constantly stare at the screen, it's probably not going to happen, because I'm a big multitasker and I need something where I can multitask. But yeah. And if you are watching me do this, like, my frogs are all about the same. They just vary in size and colors, and then I add like different tops on. Like, the gentleman frog will have a top hat and a mustache, and then this guy right here is going to have a little leaf thing on the head, but I mean, that's generally it. I hear a kid. But we are going to get these 4 done. And that way I have enough time to still read my 10 pages. I am reading, it's all the way down there. I'm not going to get it right now, but it's like a self-improvement. I don't know, improvement, just more of a self-awareness kind of a book. I don't like those kinds of books, but we're trying to be, you know, try new things. So I'm going to follow through with reading it, and we'll see how it goes, because I might not like it. I might like it. I might not. Right now I'm like, eh. It's a lot of quoting other authors right now, and I'm like, I can make a book doing that. Yeah. Yep. I have to like hold her up now to make sure the eyeballs are kind of even, because I had one that was kind of like cockeyed looking at one point. And it's irritating because you have that black clay in there, and then it's not like you can just roll it back up and restart because you're stuck. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. So get his little eyeballs. And doing this actually makes me think, and I might do it with a different pink. Maybe, no, that's like a magenta. I have a different pink, and I might do like, maybe like a fruity red. I think I do have a fruity red kind of clay. Maybe do a watermelon frog. I don't know how I would work that, where the rind be a part of it. I know I could do the seeds out of black, but I don't know about the rind. We'd have to see. But yeah, see, I did the eyeballs. Now we're gonna do the lids, just like my other ones. If you haven't seen me do my other frogs, there's videos. This is just the pink version. The only difference is gonna be the green leaf on the top, and then when we bake and before we glaze, it'll depend on the spots. Will be, this one is white spots on the hind legs. So, and you see how I added that, the eyelids? That's what I'm talking about. I would use this tool to kind of smooth it out. Yep. And get these kind of smooth in here. Let me do this one too, and then I'll kind of show you. It's not going to be perfect, but when you bake it, it looks a lot better than like when it's unbaked and smooth. Because you don't see as much as the indentation. See? So it doesn't look like two pieces were just like slapped together. It kind of looks like it's an eyeball lid. Yeah, it has little hands. So these are pretty quick. It's just, like I said, it's just a matter of having time, because usually the kids will be in here, mom, this. Even now when they go to bed, there's a good hour sometimes where somebody's tummy magically hurts, or somebody's thirsty, and somebody's still hungry even though you ate like 3 plates of dinner. But we manage and get this done. But yeah, my goal is 8:30, 10:30 the latest, that I want to have this stuff done. Now I might this Thursday go a little longer, because I do want to get the orders I have out, because this weekend I'm going to see my sister in Florida, and I do not want to be stuck with orders on my mind. I also have the shop open, so I'll get new orders, but those can be handled like when I come back. I don't want to have ones sitting there that were ordered before I left, because the time ticks on those. Etsy has the time ticking. So I am pretty good with my timing, and I usually, like 99% of the time, ship it by their ship by dates, but I try and get people's orders out. See, he's so cute. He, she, it. I put these to the side. Also, side note, save all your bits if you clay. I save all my bits, especially for ones like this, because this is my bigger frog. I make one half that size for keychains, and I use the bits. I smooth them out, roll them out, but these are perfectly fine little bits that I cut off from making the figurine. And then I also use them for the worry stones. So, I mean, why throw away perfectly fine clay if you can repurpose it and make it into another figurine? All right, The little hat is generally made with this other green, but I'm trying to think and look at my text messages at the same time. We'll use this green, it's fine. This is also a little extra I had. And we use what we have, so I use the smooth end to roll. Roll. Because I don't have a... I had at one point, and I don't know what happened. I think one of the kids got a hold of it and used it for air dry clay, and that was it. Never saw it again. And it was messy anyway, so... Alright, we cut out like a star kind of figure. Doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. Let me show you. Kind of, oh, fail. See it? It doesn't have to be perfect. It is not perfect. But in between, you kind of indent a little bit to see like that. So it gives like a strawberry leaf, like top kind of vibe. I put it on the little guy's head. And then in the middle, I use a smaller hook. Put an indent because you're going to do a little stem. And I don't make the stem super huge because we don't need it falling off. These will break off when you ship, even if you glaze it. So, boop, 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 boop. Ooh. Well, looky here. Looky, looky. Very cute. And I put all these papers on top of... But I use, and don't judge because this looks dirty, this little plate that I use to bake them on, but it's a tile from Lowe's, and this doesn't go on it doesn't transfer. This is just from old baking. It is old in use, but the color, whatever's on here, doesn't transfer. I just plop these on here, and it's oven safe, so that way I can bake it in the oven. But yeah. I'm gonna do a few more of these, but I'm gonna speed through it. I also meant to mention, I want to do like a spring, well, it goes along with me saying I want to do more new items in my shop. I want to do a spring update, but I'm thinking January 15th, spring-ish, not really spring, Valentine's Day update. Like, I want to make a ladybug. I have made one before, and she was when I did incense holders. But I want to do one, but I'm not sure if I want to do a figurine or like a keychain. Or maybe one of my magnets. I guess I maybe just play around with it and see, but I wanted to do that. And then I had an idea book, and I don't know where I put it. Like, I sketched out a few little horrible sketches, but not horrible, but very rough sketches. I think that's all the way on the floor over there. I think there was a ladybug. Oh, a gnome. I used to make gnomes, and they used to be a little popular. So I think I want to bring those back. I'm not sure if I ever had them on my Etsy shop, but I think I might have just did them for my like vendor events and my locations, but I want to do some gnomes. Or like at least start with one gnome and see how it does, because the gnomes are cute. So I'll probably do that. I thought I had a frog idea. I probably need to bring some dragons back, but dragons are time consuming. Like these frogs are like, I get in the flow and they're pretty easy. I'm trying to see if I did his arms. The dragons though, a little time consuming. So if I did bring him back, I'd probably price them a little higher because they do take a little bit more time. So we'll see. We'll see about that. I don't know about that yet. And if I did, it would just be in my Etsy shop or in person, because it's hard to price things differently at some retail spots, because it's just easier to just say $11, all these figurines, versus like 11 here and 12 or 13 here. So, oh my gosh, I'm tired. I am tired. But just a thought. All right, back to fast forward. It was such a struggle to get that out, by the way, of the drawer next to me. I'm going to show you guys the drawer one day, my little setup of everything I have. But there's so much clay in there because I had dreams. I overthink sometimes, and I make a plan out in my, why am I struggling? I make a plan in my head for certain designs, and then I get too excited and I buy the color ahead of time. For example, I had gumdrop frog ornaments that I had up for sale for Christmas, and I was like, oh my gosh, these are going to be a hit. Psych. I sold 1 or 2 sets, and oh, there's something in my eye, and I have all this extra clay. So I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with those colors, whether to make a random, I don't know, frog, just single color frog. Not my iPad memory being full. I need to learn to, not everything, ooh, got ahead of myself. Not everything I have on my phone, I need on my iPad. So I went through and deleted some stuff. Also, I'm working up to getting a camera. I use my phone and my iPad right now, but cameras are just, woo. But it's a good investment, but gotta have the money to invest it. So I want to make good choices. Good choices. And I forgot what I was talking about. It's fine. I forgot what I was talking about. It wasn't that important, apparently. Okay. Well, I want to get better at this posting thing, so I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to keep up with this. We're going to post my clay. If you want to see any tutorials, we're going to come out with the spring thing. I remembered what frog it was. I remember it is a frog. I want to do kind of like a Cupid frog, but I need to figure out how to do the halo so it's not so delicate, but definitely something with wings. Oh, maybe a fairy. I have some fairy wings. I'm also going to do a limited time little clay, like a pond. I'm going to do something in here with either tadpoles or little baby frogs, but I only have a limited amount of these. So when I do them, there'll only be a little on the site, but I just thought that'd be creative. But yeah, finish this guy up and then I'll be done for the night. How that stings my hand. See, there's black all on my hand. That's why we wait for last. Do dark ones. Light to dark, light to dark. Okay, well, I have finished. These are the 4. They're going to go in the oven for 45 minutes. That's just how long I've always baked mine, 45 minutes. And then they will cool overnight, and I will glaze them in the morning with resin and ship them out. I already got the labels, so yeah. I am hoping to work on more, maybe do some talk throughs or talking clays or something like that, but we'll figure something out. But thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.